Hello and welcome, and I am Aziel, and today we're talking about codexes, and are they on their last legs? Is Games Workshop's greed just going to be too much, and does Necromunda actually need 15 books to support a skirmish game, where you need a box of models just to play it? Let me guess, what do you think? Your opinion matters, and that sounds so facetious, I do apologise. But anyway, no, I do apologise. Yeah, tell me what you think. Do you think codexes are going to die? I'm going to state my claim right now that it's getting to a point of being a slightly bit too much when Necromunda has 15 books for that game. A game which is designed to be small skirmishes, and it's only meant to be a small game which you play over the weekend. Right, I was looking on the Games Workshop website, and all of the things you can buy for Necromunda comes to a grand total of 83 individual units. Okay, I'm going for units of sale here, not just units of models. So this includes boxes, dice, etc. Okay, 83 individual items. Then I looked at HORUS HERESY, 77 under Legionis Astartes. And this is just Games Workshop, by the way. This isn't including Forge World. So that's 77 units of sale just for Legion Astartes. This includes 4 books because I think it's got the 2 DLC downloadable ones. And it's got the box as well. So 77 for Legion Astartes. That's just one faction for HORUS HERESY. And it is just shy of the grand total of units which Necromunda sells. But HORUS HERESY only has 4 army books, 1 rule book, and Siege Catonia. And of course we're getting Exemplary Battles Volume 1 coming as well. So in total we could say about 7. Half the books for then Necromunda. So this does make me think, are codexes actually going to die? Because if you've got a game like Necromunda, which is a small skirmish game, and everyone else does, okay, it's hyperbolic there, so everyone else does the rules for the skirmish games for free. You know, you don't have to go out, pay for a book, which is going to be cost 30 to 35 quid for a book to play the game. Where you can just go, right, I got my box, I've got my gang, and here's my rules. And just to really sort of hammer in this point, Mantic does the rules for our units in box as well. So if you buy a box for Vanguard, which is it's far more complicated than Necromunda, don't get me wrong, but you actually get the rules up for that gang in it, which is again fantastic. It's absolutely great, but you don't have to pay anything else on top. Any way of saving money and not having to pay extra is great. And given the fact that free rules is literally the way wargaming is going right now, it's going that way, and I don't think it's going to stop anytime soon. The focus is now going to be selling models rather than the rules. And there's so many ways of getting rules as well for, you know, your individual games. You can download them. You can buy them if you wanted a physical copy. Because I understand that physical copies are pretty cool. I like physical copies. It's nice to own and hold a book in your hand and read it. You know, read the background lore and everything. I do understand that. And I actually quite like it. That's why I collect codices and rulebooks. I like to read the background lore. I like to read and learn about the world they're trying to sell to me. So, but the thing is, with these codexes, these ones that are specific for an army or a faction, can get a bit much. And now it's when we've had, especially with Games Workshop, books going out of date before release, like the Tyrannid one, that was out of date on release because they had the update prior to it. And that wasn't the first time either, because we also had that with Grey Knights last edition, which is ironic because I don't think anyone actually played the updated Grey Knights, because everyone forgot that it was updated prior, because the book came out afterwards. But then now we have the Space Marine one coming out soon, and with that we have the fact that if you play Dark Angels, Blood Angels, Black Templars, Death Watch, Space Wolves, any of the non-codex compliant chapters, which we were told were going to get their own codexes, and they are going to get their own codexes, or codices, you still have to buy this one to use the generic Space Marines. You know, the Intercessors, the Terminators, well, not so much Terminators for Dark Angels, of course, because they have their Death Wing, but, you know, for Blood Angels, for Death Watch, you know, like you want to use apothecaries and stuff like that, you're still going to have to use those. You're still going to have this first codex just to use those until the new codex drops. But it does sort of wonder how big will the Dark Angels codex be, for example, given it has a huge amount of data sheets on top of the normal Space Marine ones. Anyway, as I was saying, codexes have one of two ways of going at the moment. The first one is free rules. Games Workshop just bites the bullet, says, right, we're doing the rules from now on for free. If you want the rules, here they are, download them for free. All your rules for your army, done, free, okay? I think there isn't actually any cons to this. The pro would actually be a massive influx of money towards their company, because a lot of people are going, yay, Games Workshop's finally listening to us and actually giving us something we want and not charging us hand over foot. But we know they like to charge hand over foot because they gave us the app for free with the army builder, and then suddenly they just gave us a rug pull and said, now you have to pay for it. You have to buy Warhammer Plus to use it. And Warhammer Plus isn't that good. I think I had it for a year because my wonderful girlfriend bought it for me. And I watched very little. I watched The Iron Within, which was pretty good. That was like the only thing. Some of your Hammer and Bolter, but almost everything else was kind of dull and not very good. I mean, the Angels of Death stuff quality was fantastic. Just the storytelling wasn't great. So now you have to buy that to use your codex. And not only forget, if you remember this, to use it fully, you still have to buy the codex on top as well. So, because that's completely locked out. So which now makes, if you want to use it for Space Marines, it's £95 to use the app, because you have to buy Warhammer Plus and the codex just to use that bit. That's £95 for a free app. Now, I can't see people continuing doing this. I honestly can't. I can't see people continuing this trend. Just because something's accepted doesn't mean it's liked, and I don't think we should ever continue that. So, just because, you know, people accept something doesn't mean you have to like it. You can go against it, and you can go to places like Battlescribe. Battlescribe's fantastic for a free service. It's actually one of the best army builders I've seen. I quite like it. I use it a lot. I think it's very good. They do need to work on the Wild West Exodus stuff, though. That's kind of difficult. But I do like it. Fair. So there you go. This is just my thoughts on codexes. Should they die? I think they should die, to be honest with you. And given the fact that there is now more books for Necromunda than there is Horus Heresy, yet there's more units for Horus Heresy, model army units now, not just units of sale. Yeah. Codexes are going to die, and I honestly, I'll probably miss them, to be honest with you, because I do like reading them. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you had a good day. I just had to get this video out because I had to get something out today, and I'll see you again soon. Link to Wayland Games if you want to save money on your codex. Up to 20% on Warhammer and stuff like that, and £20 free delivery after £20. And then we have Forbidden Planet, if you like comics, my merchandise, my comics, and everything else. And of course, Patreon. But as always, always, treat yourself to something nice before you just give me money. I won't say no to free money because it's great, but I would prefer it if you treat yourself, because then you both benefit that way, and and you get something else. Bye bye.